If you are injured in an accident and you don't know what to do, here's an easy answer and solution. You should contact the Griffin Law Firm. They can help you get the recovery you need because it's stressful. You get in an accident, you don't know what to do, you haven't been in one before. What are some of the most common problems people face who get in an injury?
Well, there are quite a few. You know, it's one of those things where when you get injured, if you're on your own, the case could get off track very, very quickly. Immediately, you're going to have a scenario where the adjuster may not accept liability on your case, or maybe playing the delay game of we need to, talk to our insured and that kind of thing. That delay can be very frustrating. It can be a long, long wait for them to finally do what they should do. One of the things we're able to do is we have strategies to get in and investigate the accident, point out where they're responsible, and even get the insurance companies to arbitrate amongst themselves to determine liability so that very quickly you can start getting your rental car and know that it's going to be okay.
What if they want recorded statements from you? Is that something you should do on your own, or should we call you first?
You should absolutely not do that on your own. That's one of those things where they are trained to ask questions that are going to sometimes be very confusing. They're going to take your answers and they're going to try to use them against you to really reduce the value of your case. If you have a personal injury case and you are being asked for a recorded statement, you need to give us a call at 877-PAIN-LAW. For free, I'll be glad to talk to you about strategies in what you should and should not do in a recorded statement. And it'll be an opportunity for us to explain how getting us involved in representing you would be the best idea from that point.
And what if you're contacting your insurance company, you think you can do it yourself and you have back pain, but you've had it before, and they try to use that against you? That's a big problem too, right?
It is. It's always going to be a problem. Adjusters are trained to really zero in on the weaknesses in the case. They want to pay you as little as possible. So some of the things could be that you had a prior injury, a prior personal injury claim, workers' comp claim, or a medical condition that causes you problems. Or it could be that you had low property damage. Those are two examples of where adjusters are going to say, you couldn't really be hurt, we're not going to pay you anything. Well, we have had great success in those cases of really digging into how you were hurt, why were you hurt. And you look at, a lot of times, there's a history where you have been hurt in the past. And if you're hurt in the past, you're not as strong and healthy as you would be, or maybe you're older and you're more easily injured. Those are scenarios where you can fit what's called an eggshell plaintiff. That means that you were injured even if the property damage was low. We've had cases where they were offering $1,500 and we ended up getting $215,000 on cases where they were originally saying, oh, you're not really hurt. There was another case where it was a $500 offer that with an EMT that got hit in his ambulance. We ended up getting him the policy limits on 2 policies for $80,000. So the most important thing is to call 877-PAIN-LAW so we can go to bat for you, because they are going to absolutely be trying in a personal injury case or a workers' compensation case to pay you as little as possible and not take care of things like they should.
Yeah, and you have a really interesting statistic comparing those who have an attorney versus those who don't. You get a lot more money if you hire an attorney.
You do. You know, there's been studies that have been done, and one of those studies found that if you have an attorney and you're injured, you're going to get 3.5 times more. Now, that's a study that the insurance company's paid for. Well, from my experience, 3.5 times is on the very, very low side. There have been times where we've gone from $500 to $80,000, or $1,500 to $125,000, or even one case where there were 0 offers made and we got $1 million jury verdict. So it's very important to get help, and it doesn't cost you anything. Give us a call at 877-PAIN-LAW or visit 877painlaw.com to get a lot of good information about what your case is going to entail, and you'll give us an opportunity to explain how we can make all the difference in trying to make sure you get compensated like you should.
Thank you so much for coming
Thank
on.
you.
It's always
Appreciate
great
it.
seeing you. If you want more information, all you need to do is contact the Griffin Law Firm. Call 877-PAIN-LAW, or you can log on to 877painlaw.com.